Hello there! Buonasera! Today, as an Italian, I will be reacting to the latest video by Geography Now. This is Regions of Italy Explained. As an Italian, I will be telling you what is right and what is wrong. Of course not, come on. He knows more about Italy than me, come on. I mean, I have visited I haven't visited too many places, even here in Italy, especially in the north, the center, and the south. In the south, actually, I've only been to Sicily. I would really like to visit more places. In the center, I've only been to Tuscany and Rome. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, I will learn more with you. But yeah, whenever it comes my region, that by the way is Piedmont, I should be able to tell you whether everything is true or not. Maybe Lombardy too, since it's neighboring, and Valle d'Aosta as well. So yeah, I've been talking too much. Let's check it out.
Once upon a time, there was a peninsula and two islands that looked like deflated soccer balls, footballs, in Europe. And little did the people know living in this peninsula and two deflated soccer ball islands that soon their land would revolutionize all of Western society. This is Italy, and we're going to talk about the 20 regions with...
Yeah, and I actually live pretty much around here. Yeah, I live around here.
Within it. Let's have a geography talk. Hey everybody, I'm your host Barbs, and oh my Popeyes, chicken thighs, and collard greens and hot sauce. What do we have here? It's a Geography Now mug, of which you can get at geographynow.com. Lots of great merchandise on the website. Check it out. Get anything you want. We even have these Geography Now drawstring bags. You can do whatever you want with it. Take it. I don't care. And as I always say, it's not selling out if it's your brand. So for those of you guys who kind of know a little bit about me, this video is going to kind of hit a little home to me because I do have Italian heritage. My last name, Barbato, is actually Italian. It means beard man. Like, I'm never going to live up to my ancestors' expectations. I can't fill in my cheek area. Like, I can get the jaw, but I don't know. I don't know. The Korean genes are fun.
No. Those are the Italian genes, probably. I don't know. I mean, me too. I mean, it can just get puffier, you know? It gets puffier, but I can't have a complete beard.
Fighting hard against the Italian genes, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I acknowledge the fact that I have Italian heritage, but, like, I'm not one of those douchebags who, like, tries to use and exploit it for his own, like, sense of identity when he barely knows anything about it. Yeah, I'm so Italian, man. Like, papara poopi, give me a mozzarella. No, I don't do that. Like, Italians, if you want to claim me, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you, but, like, there's so much catching up to do, and I don't know if I have time. I'm getting older, but, like, I'm happy to have Italian heritage. I just can't do much about it because I don't know ultimately what it's like to be Italian.
It's okay. As an Italian, I'm really proud of him having Italian heritage. Come on. He's one of the coolest guys on earth. Come on. He's doing God's work with this channel. Come on.
Italian. But I'm proud that I have some of it in me, okay? But whatever the case is, I haven't done one of these administrative division videos in a long time, partially because it takes a long time to make them. Dude, I almost lost my mind trying to do like the 31 states of Mexico, or like when I did the 38 provinces of Indonesia plus the 2 autonomous ones. Like Papua was like an entire province in itself, and then they split it into 6 provinces. Like, that drove me crazy, man. Ugh. So now when I do administrative division videos, I prefer to do countries that have like 20 or less subdivisions because that's like the cutoff point and it's easier, okay? And thankfully, Italy has 20. And a lot of you guys suggested this one. So just a heads up, before Italy was the Italy we have today with the 20 regions, historically, it was made up of a bunch of small kingdoms and papal states and whatever. It didn't even unify officially until 1815, okay?
That's not correct, actually. It unified 1861. Okay, that's already the first mistake, but yeah, I mean, it started its unification in 1861, but it completed actually in 1871. No, actually, after World War II, it was completed, the unification of Italy. Like, the last countries like Trieste and Trento, right? The region of Trentino was the last to be joined.
Technically, it's younger than the United States. You know, all the regions have their own traditions and customs and, you know, their rituals. All I know is I really like that Calcio Florentino where they basically play soccer, but there's like no rules, so they're allowed to totally beat each other up. I want to watch that someday. So it's like, you're never going to get one type of Italian. They're all very distinct from each other. One more cultural side note, generally speaking, Italy, although all the regions are distinct from each other, there's kind of like a very noticeable like north-south cultural divide within Italy. If I could summarize it in the best way I could, based off of like what I have observed, the north is kind of more like the industrialized, busy.
Actually, this is even wrong. This is like the north is up to here, and then the center here, and then the south. And sometimes they also consider Sardinia to be as part of the center. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's not even be considered as part of the south, Sardinia.
Money making, no nonsense part of Italy. Whereas the south is kind of more like the gritty, you know, slightly more chaotic, but way more fun part of Italy, despite the fact that they have some mafia stuff.
I mean, slightly is not correct. It's just without the slightly more chaotic
going on. Like, look, I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. Like, we all know about Cosa Nostra. It's like it's more prevalent in the south, but like, let's be honest, just mind your own business. Don't get involved in anything, and you'll be fine. Okay. Now, out of the 20 regions, 15 of them are designated as ordinary regions, whereas 5 of them are autonomous regions. These autonomous regions are Sicily, Sardinia, Trentino-Alto Adige, Friuli, Venezia Giulia, and the Aosta Valley. According to the Italian Constitution, under Articles 116 and 117, the autonomous regions have special rights to preserve their languages via culture and education, and they have further financial and tax autonomy from the Italian centralized government. Anyway, before
yeah, cool stuff about the Aosta Valley is that they have like, because in Italy we don't have that many casinos where you can go and gamble. We just have like 3 or 4, I guess. Not too sure though. Yeah. And the people living there, they're not authorized to go to the local casino because the local casino, all the money that they make, a big percentage they will use it to help out the region, you know, like for fixing the roads, like preserving the heritage, yeah, most stuff like that. So I feel like that's pretty cool. It's a nice thing to share.
Before we jump into it, I'm just going to say in this video, to make my job a little easier, because, you know, I love minimal effort, I'm going to have some of my Italian friends help me in this video. I'm going to have Federico, Luca, and Davide. You know what, Federico and Luca, why don't you guys introduce yourselves, okay?
Hi, Paul. Thank you for having me. This is not staged, and there won't be any continuity errors, right? Good. So, I'm going to ask for help from my good friend Luke, which is from Marche, and he'll be joining me right now.
Hello, everybody.
Listen to his music. Before we jump in, a little introduction on the regions of Italy. You'll find that a recurring theme is that we all hate each other.
That's true.
We don't hate each other, maybe that's a strong word, but there's thousands of years of history. But our nation, as we call it today, Italy, is less than 200 years old.
And there was also rivalry between the cities. There was
Exactly.
like little fortresses,
Yes.
each one on a different hill.
Bro, it's wrong. Stop with that. It said before actually a little more than 200. It's less than 200. It's like 160 years, almost 170. Maybe I will live to be, I don't know, when Italy will be its 200th birthday. Maybe, hopefully.
And they constantly battled each other.
In every single region of Italy, we have a different dialect, a different accent, and a different language.
Sometimes it's so different that we don't even understand each other.
Thank you, Federico. So Federico and Luca.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yes. Me from the north, when I hear some dialects from the south, probably I won't understand too much, but like the center and the north, yeah, I feel like it's, yeah, still understandable. I mean, if you're speaking Italian, of course. With dialects, that will be a little bit tougher.
Are going to take over 10 regions. I'm going to take over 9, and my buddy Davide is going to take over Molise because he helped me when I went to Molise, because my Italian family came from there, and he traveled with me with another one of my subscribers, Paolo. He spoke.
There's actually a huge joke in Italy about Molise. There is like the region that does not exist because it's always been forgotten. That's so not bad though. Come on, I've never been there, but I'm sure it's cool.
The southern dialect of Molise, so he was able to communicate. And we met my one last living relative in a small little village on top of a hill. It was crazy, man. So Davide, he deserves this. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the regions.
Let's begin with Lazio, which is my region. Of course, that's where Rome is. I'm not going to waste your time talking about Rome. If I had to pick a few lesser known spots, Monastero di Subiaco, which is a monastery, like a really beautiful church, the Park of Monsters of Bomarzo, or you could go to La Sagra dell'Uva di Marino, which is a wine festival. Wine comes out of fountains, public fountains. So
Lazio also has basically all the most famous pasta dishes, like amatriciana, carbonara, cacio e pepe, gricia, the supplì, which is basically a fried rice ball with hot mozzarella inside. When you go out, it's tradition on your way home to stop at bakeries and you eat a cornetto, which is almost a croissant.
The Roman dialect is one of the most understood, although it does have some expressions that if you're not from Rome, nobody would understand.
Definitely not. They have specific words for specific amounts of money.
Or anything else, actually.
Piotta, which means basically 100.
One last thing in Rome.
It's so funny because there's actually a very famous Italian rapper that is called Piotta.
We have two main football teams. One of them is Roma, and the other one is Lazio, and there's a huge rivalry. You shouldn't mix fans because it's pretty dangerous to do so.
Basilicata, sometimes known as Lucania, and the people are sometimes called Lucani. This is the arch of the heel of Italy. It's mountainous, it's very sparsely populated. Home to Sassi di Matera, the famous UNESCO site, one of the world's oldest inhabited cities. They got a lot of ancient cave dwelling sites. They're famous for their eggplant, which looks like a tomato. I have here they are famous for their timbri del pane, or bread seals, so they can properly deliver each piece of bread to the right person, and you can like claim your bread if anybody tries to steal it. So you're like, that's my bread. I guess that's one thing they're famous for.
So now we can move on to Marche, which is where he's from. So you take the lead.
One of the most famous poets is from Marche, which is Giacomo Leopardi, and he was born in the little lovely town of Recanati,
which is also where the first Italian guitar brand was established. Echo. Both of us have Echo guitars.
Also in Marche we have Grotte di Frasassi, which are the super cool caves. Probably the most famous food from Marche is olive alla scolana.
They're fried olives
filled with meat.
The only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that's not from Tuscany is from here, from Marche, from the beautiful town of Urbino. That's Raffaello, of course. So yeah, I thought that was a fun thing to include in the Marche.
Next up, Calabria, the tip of the boot, getting ready to kick that deflated soccer ball. Ooh, this is the hot-tempered outlaw of Italy. They even eat duja, which is like spicy salami spread. Like they put it on bread and they eat it, and it's very spicy. Even their accent, I was told, sounds like they just finished eating something spicy. It's like, it's very breathy. It's like, and they use bergamotto, or bergamots, which is like their citrus fruit. They use it in their cuisine and perfumes. You know, kind of rugged coastline, a lot of amazing beaches. And the 'Ndrangheta mafia branch operates here. Again, mind your business, you'll be fine. And in the 70s, the Riace bronzes were found in the sea near Riace. Also famous for the Lavaria de Palmi festival, featuring a massive 20-ton, 16-meter high sacred chariot that gets carried by 200 people or so. And Calabria.
Moving on, there's my second favorite region, which is Umbria. It's a really small region.
Oh, Umbria is so beautiful. I've always dreamed to go there. One day I will. I mean, it's so medieval and super cool.
It's famous for its many beautiful medieval towns like, of course, Perugia, Assisi, Spoleto, Orvieto, Todi, Gubbio, which is great truffle. And it also has a beautiful lake called Lago Trasimeno. People from Umbria are the funniest guys in all of Italy, despite the fact that they hate each other. Also, this is an inside joke. If you're in Gubbio, do not eat fish.
I can't believe this.
Yes, I did.
Go look it up. Monica Bellucci.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Next up, Campania. I don't even care. I'm just going to say it. This is my favorite region of Italy. Home of Napoli, their capital. Okay, Naples. You've probably heard of it. Right next to Mount Vesuvius that exploded, and then it killed a bunch of those people, and they, were frozen in ash. That thing, okay? And, it's right on the coast, and it's beautiful, and there's, a castle overlooking it. And Naples, oh my God. When you go to Naples, it's like the real, raw, rustic Italy. You see the old grandma, nonnas, putting the laundry on the line on the apartment complex. races, and like people don't wear helmets when they ride their scooters and their bikes. They're just like, it's loud, it's lively, it's fun, it's crazy. Best pizza, not only in Italy, but in the entire world. They even have like a cave full of skulls for some reason. The cliche is that people from Napoli are not trustworthy because they're kind of like charismatic tricksters, which I mean, I could kind of believe that.
Yeah, we always have that stereotype that everyone in Naples is a thief. Of course, it's not true.
Be real. The organized crime syndicate of the Camorro operates out here. It is what it is. It's not uncommon to see people like serenading their lovers from the balconies or whatever.
Really?
And another thing, they are not.
Maradona.
They take soccer, football, like to.
Bro. I'm gaining 10,000 subscribers from Naples in this moment. Come on, look at this. Guarda. My God. That's not beer, by the way. That's like a fake Red Bull, an energy drink, bro. Oh my God, I'm never gonna throw this one away. Look how cool is this, bro. What the hell? Okay,
whole other level. Why? Because Maradona played for them. When they did, they won 2 national titles. And also, if you're not interested in Napoli or Pompeii, they also have, the Amalfi Coast and Capri. Like, this place has seriously everything. It's just crazy. It's lively and it's layered. It's like every stone has a story or a scandal here. That's Campania.
So now we'll move on to Friuli, Venezia, Giulia. I've only been to Trieste, which is a really beautiful border.
Bro, and that day I didn't make in time to go to this castle. Oh my God. But it was so beautiful.
Town with Slovenia. It's famous for its wind. It's a really windy city.
They have high quality wind.
It's called Bora. It has a different meaning in Roman, but whatever. My knowledge of Friuli, Venezia, Giulia ends here. So that's why I asked a friend of mine that's from there to write a list of things about Friuli.
I think the guy... oh my God, what? Fuck, I forgot his name. You know that if you're following me, this channel from the US, you probably know him. He has an American wife. They always do these videos where they try different American food. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't recall his name. Oh my God. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's him in this video.
This is all new to me, so I really can't wait to read it.
His words, not mine, so don't hate on me. The Po Valley, shared with other regions, is horrible.
You can find swans and wolves, whose population has been growing rapidly in the last few years. That's concerning.
Yes, it is.
By the sea, which is horrible here.
Trains here cost double. No one really knows why.
Frico is a traditional dish. It's one of the best prosciutto. People from Udine hate those from Trieste, in Gorizia, and vice versa.
Everyone, though, hates people from Pordenone, who are the losers of Friuli and don't consider themselves true Friulians. That's his words, not mine.
Every small town feels like Pellet Town in the Pokemon games. Nothing ever really happens.
That being said, 2 years ago, a deformed guy was shot in the head while he was holding a suitcase full of money, and apparently that's big news for them. What? The mountains are nice.
Madonna, possiamo farle tutte così?
Next up, Liguria, capital Genoa, right next to France and Monaco. In fact, if you go to Monaco, you could see Liguria like way off in the distance. Like you could see it from Monaco. The stereotype is that people from Genoa are...
IShowSpeed was in Monaco just yesterday.
Very stingy and cheap. And also, I was told they have like some of the most narrow streets and roads in all of Italy. And like sometimes there's no guardrail on a mountainside. You can just like fall off and die. But it's a beautiful place. Also famous for the Sanremo Festival, which is Italy's most famous song competition. And usually the winner of this festival eventually represents Italy in the Eurovision Song Contest. They have their own language that they basically speak here. And it actually stretches over into France. Goes along the whole coast. And the funny thing is, it was actually, for a time, spoken in Argentina. And they are proud to claim that they have the very first official football club in all of Italy, Genoa CFC, established in 1893. Oh, and also, Christopher Columbus was born here.
Let's move on to Sardinia. It's one of the 2 island regions of Italy. Here, Sardo is widely spoken, and it's a completely different language. It shares no roots whatsoever.
I can't understand
it. I don't even understand a word.
We understand nothing. And when they speak Italian, you can instantly recognize that somebody is from there. They stress like every single consonant with all the strength they have. So yeah, it's really peculiar.
Taking a plane or a ferry to Sardinia in the summertime is insanely expensive because they have the best
Costa
sea in
Smeralda.
Italy.
It's definitely luxury vacation.
Yeah, all the celebrities go there.
Sardinia has breathtaking mountains in its inland areas.
This region is famous for its delicious cheese, but also for its disgusting cheese, specifically the casumatsu.
Oh my god, I knew they were gonna say that. For some reason, I knew they were gonna say that.
Now technically illegal to produce. Filled
Oh my
with,
god.
It's filled with live worms.
Like, I hate all kinds of aged cheese. Oh my god.
And it's probably the one with the most pride. You see Sardinian flags everywhere you go. They have an independence movement too.
Next one, Lombardia, capital Milano.
Lombardia.
Probably know it as Lombardy and Milan. This is the no-nonsense business, finance, industrial capital of Italy. The guy wearing an Armani suit who takes everything seriously. They are workaholics here, which probably explains why they have a cocaine problem. I'm not even joking.
I mean, I don't totally agree. Whenever I go there, I just hear people complaining about their life, you know, like, oh my god, I don't want to work anymore. I'm working too much, whatever. I don't want to, whatever. It's always like that. So yeah, I mean, that's the stereotype I would say.
But yeah, you've heard of Milan. It is one of the fashion capitals of the world. Fashion Week is their big, huge moment. I'm gonna be honest, when I went to Milan, I noticed like it is kind of like the air is kind of polluted here. And I say that because I live in Los Angeles, okay? We have a big brown smog cloud that covers the horizon. They had the same thing in Milan. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just like LA. They have smog here. It's crazy. I will be honest, when I went to Milan, it was like I saw the Duomo and then like the castle walls. But after that, everything was just kind of like business, finance, fashion, business. This whole city is like geared towards like business and fashion. It's crazy. But aside from that, they also have the Scala opening night. It's a prestigious annual event marking the start of Milan's opera season. They are also famous for Silvio Berlusconi.
Oh, come on. Why?
Arguably the most famous politician and entrepreneur. He was from Milan. They're also famous for risotto allo zafferano, cotoletta alla milanese. It's the sophisticated, industrious fashion tycoon of Italy.
We have in the north of Italy.
Yeah, but Lombardia is not just Milano, I have to be honest. There's so many. I think it's the region with the most cities in Italy, the most populated region, if I'm not mistaken. But there's so much. I love Milano. Come on, I mean, honest. Many people is complaining about Milan, but I really love it. Especially, I love going to Chinatown every time. Oh my god, Chinatown is my favorite spot in Milan.
Italy, bordering with Austria, there's Trentino-Alto Adige, which also, of course, has the northernmost town in Italy called Perdoi. It's one of the most expensive regions of Italy, and it's famous for its Alps, the Dolomiti. Best place to go if you like skiing. And also, Trentino is home of current #1 tennis player in the world, Yannick Sinner. Yes, Yannick Sinner is Italian, even though his name sounds German, and that's because
How does he not know who Yannick Sinner is Italian? Bro, are you kidding me? Whenever he's playing, every newspaper and the television just stops to talk about him. How does he not? Wait, that's so crazy that he doesn't know that he's Italian. I mean, it's such common knowledge. Like, I thought everyone would know that.
in Trentino, there's two main languages. That's, of course, Italian and German.
Despite being known for its mountains, Trentino has also beautiful cities such as Bolzano or Trento.
The cuisine here is heavily influenced by German-speaking countries. So we have Spätzle, polenta, canederli, and speck.
Also, the best
I love
apples
speck.
you find in Italy grow here.
Fun fact, the lowest temperature ever recorded in Italy was in Trentino, on top of a mountain, minus 49.6 Celsius degrees.
Wow.
Next up, Molise. I'm gonna give this to my buddy Davide because he helped me when I went there, and he's from Molise. So Davide, take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Davide. I'm from Molise, and I'll tell you about my region.
In Italy there's a running joke that says that our region doesn't exist. They say il Molise non esiste. We are kind of a ghost phantom region that nobody knows anything about. We are kind of a mystery, and I'll tell you about it. In our region, there are a lot of historical sites, such as the Roman town of Sepinum, also known as Artilia, the Samnite Theatre in Pietrabondante, and the Roman amphitheater in Larino. In our region, there is also one of the oldest company in the world, which is the Bell Foundry of Agnone, and a lot of truffle grows in our land. Here we really love our nature, calm and peaceful atmosphere. Campobasso is the largest
Am I the only person that doesn't like truffles? I'm just asking, you know.
city, which has the Monforte Castle, you can see in the background, the Museum of Mystery, and also the Procession of Mystery. Also, famous actor Robert De Niro great-grandparents come from Ferrazzano, a small village not too far away from Campobasso, as does Barb's family from San Polo Matese, a small village that we visited together not long time ago. Thank you.
Thank you, Davide. I just want to add on top of that, when I went to
looks so
Molise,
nice.
I drove from Napoli, and I noticed the temperature dropped by like 10 degrees. It was freezing, man. I believe the elevation is much higher, so you have to like get ready for the cold. But also, I noticed it was very cozy there. It's just like, it was a nice community. Everybody knew each other. They were working, and it was just nice and cozy. So if it doesn't exist, it's a nice place that doesn't exist. Next one, Sicilia, capital Palermo. This is the largest island in the Mediterranean and Italy's largest region, and it's also an autonomous region. First of all, a lot of Italian Americans, you know, they come from the southern parts of Italy, and a lot of them came from Sicily. And even in like The Godfather, I believe Robert De Niro had to speak the Sicilian language or dialect or whatever. Sicilians are a whole other thing from the rest of Italy. Famous for their Sicilian Baroque architecture. They grow a lot of citrus here, and they put ricotta cheese in everything. It's crazy. It's also famous for being super close, like just a few kilometers off the coast of Calabria, but like they refuse to build a bridge, partially because of like geological and political reasons, and it's another topic for another day. Seriously, like one of the most colorful and joyful regions of Italy, despite the mafia. La Scala dei Turchi is one of the most beautiful natural landmarks. It has the most famous volcano in Italy, Mount Etna, which always explodes, and
It's really cool. I remember when I used to live in Malta. Whenever the plane starts to land on the island, you will always see the Mount Etna from the plane. When you look outside, it's really beautiful.
very illustrative of how the people are. They're very, explosive and dramatic. They have passion and a little bit of danger in their veins, but it's like they can handle the danger. Also famous for Taormina and the Valley of Temples.
Taormina.
Yeah, it's just everything here feels epic.
Moving on to Abruzzo, that's where Roman people keep their second houses.
Yeah,
Oh my god, let me tell you, everyone that I've ever met from Abruzzo, the first thing they will say is arrosticini. And probably they're gonna mention it, so I'm not gonna say anything else.
but he has a second house in Abruzzo. The reason is that in Abruzzo there's a lot of beautiful mountains. There's also Europe's southernmost glacier, Gran Sasso. If you want to hear the most authentic Neapolitan accent, you should go to Roccaraso. Because thanks to this influencer, for some reason it went viral, and everybody from Naples and Campania now go to Roccaraso.
This is so far the worst description of a region.
Now you just hate me. The most famous dish in Abruzzo, of course,
There you go.
is
There you go.
arrosticini. You eat tons of them.
Then you play with them when you're finished.
Yeah, it's little swords. Its main city, L'Aquila, which literally means the eagle, sadly in 2009 was struck by
Very famous earthquake.
Yeah.
Looking at the bright side, I remember that year as the one where Italians were the most united, and they ran like hundreds of charities to help people from L'Aquila. Almost all the singers we have collaborated to create a song, and there were like dozens of them, each one singing a line.
in what has now become probably #1 song in all of Italy's karaoke's, which is called Domani, of course.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it means tomorrow.
Under the Gran Sasso, there's the largest underground research center in the world.
Where they study particle physics.
Next up, Toscana.
I have no
Oh my god,
idea.
I love this one too.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Firenze or Florence, for the English-speaking people watching this video, is my favorite city in whole Italy. I mean, it's so magical, so beautiful.
Little Firenze, you probably know this one as Tuscany and Florence, okay? First of all, it's home to my friends Katia and Matteo that live in San Sepolcro, and they hosted me for the Switzerland episode, and they hosted me and my mom when I visited there in rolling green hills with olive orchards and vineyards. It's just crazy. Oh my God, I love this place. Okay, first of all, Federico told me to say this phrase, I Toscani hanno devastato questo paese. Now, I'm not fluent in Italian, but I'm pretty sure that means something like Tuscany has brought us forth into a new era of glory. This is like the home of the Renaissance, okay? You've probably heard of Florence, right?
That's
and if you
true.
play Assassin's Creed, you've probably killed people in these streets. Home to the famous Medici family, whom were like the most oligarchically influential family of the Renaissance period of it. They were basically like the Rothschilds of Italy in the Renaissance era. Like they were heavily into the arts, they were funding all these projects and blah blah blah. It's also home to the cities of Lucca and Pisa. Yes, Pisa, that has the leaning tower of pizza or whatever you call it. Chianti wine, art. And I mean, Tuscany is known for its wine, but it's also argued that the best meat in Italy also comes from here. Oh,
Yeah, not the one down there. Not the one down there. I don't know. I never tried Lampredotto, and I don't know. I'm not such a fan of interior parts of animals. I think it's like the second or the third stomach of the cow. Maybe one day I will try, but I don't think I will enjoy it. But Fiorentina, oh my God, it's so good. Fiorentina meat.
my God, I remember I ate a porchetta sandwich here for the first time and it blew my mind. It was one of the best days of my life. Like, all the
porchetta.
fat and grease exploded
good.
in my mouth. That sounds kind of weird and wrong, but it's true. Arezzo, Siena, Valdorcia. Basically,
Siena, I've been with the school, if I'm not mistaken. It's so cool because they have the national thing that is like they are running with the horses, and they have all the different divisions of the city that are named after like animals. So it's pretty cool. They have like the goose, the pig, and so on, and they just like fight against each other with the horses. I mean, like it's a race, it's a horse race. It's very popular. They will show it on national TV as well. So it's something pretty cool. I mean, Tuscany has so much to offer, by the way. It's not just Florence.
the whole region is like a living museum.
Moving on to Piemonte, it's one of the biggest regions in Italy. It's up in the north.
Yes, let's go. Of course, my city is not gonna be mentioned because, yeah, but okay.
Its most important and famous city is Torino.
Torino.
Torino was also the first Italian capital.
Capital.
Then, of course, it changed.
And they still brag about it.
Beautiful city,
Very clean.
very clean. Piemonte is also a place where many things were invented. For example, the mocha machine,
Please don't wash it in front of an Italian.
the crumini, which is my favorite cookie, only if you buy the crumini rossi, of course, and Nutella.
Turin is also
Yes.
famous for Fiat, Fabbrica Italiana Automobili Torino.
One of its factories in Lingotto, which is a neighborhood in Torino, is famous for having a racetrack on its rooftop to test cars.
Of course, the most famous dish in Piemonte is bagna cauda.
The most successful
And I'm not a fan of it, unfortunately.
and hated and controversial football team in Italy is from Torino. and it's called
let's go!
Juventus. I personally
The best one.
hate.
The best one. Shut up. We are the strongest. We are the best. Come on. The more hate you push towards us, the more we're gonna win. Even though lately we suck, but yeah.
Them with a passion. They were involved in many scandals throughout their years.
Yeah, come on. Shut up. Every team is involved in this stuff, but they have some... I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, come on. They should be paying too, but they have so many... come on. I'm not gonna say it.
But they are the ones that won the league most times, so...
Fun fact, a small town in Piemonte called Viganella, during the winter months, receives the sunlight only through a mirror that they installed on the face of the mount that otherwise would cast
Never
a
heard
shadow.
Over the whole city.
Next up, Val d'Aosta, aka the Aosta Valley. This is basically the
So beautiful.
Frenchiest part of Italy. Like everybody here is bilingual. They all speak French. They're allowed to, teach French in schools and, maintain the language, all that stuff. And this is probably the most Alps/Alpine region of Italy. They share both the peaks of Mont Blanc Alk and the Matterhorn with both France and Switzerland. So like huge skiing and mountaineering culture out here. A lot of cool stone castles, Courmayeur, Grand Paradiso Park, Roman ruins. This is one of the few regions in Italy that prefers to use butter instead of olive oil, partially because, you know, they don't grow olives here, so they use butters. Frenchy, Alpine, Italy. I guess that's how you could summarize it.
In Emilia-Romagna, we can actually see two different cultures intertwined. That's because the northern western part is Emilia and the other half is Romagna. And my parents actually live a few kilometers from the borders.
It's two different regions if you ask a local. Emilia is famous for lasagna, tortellini, ragù, tigelle, and Romagna is famous for piadine with squacquerone. It's a really complicated word. Cream cheese.
My nonna used to cook homemade piadinas. I grew up eating those.
Emilia-Romagna is also famous for Maranello, which is where Ferrari was established. A huge Formula One culture here.
Did you also used to watch it like every Sunday?
Yeah, and get really bored.
Yeah, that's a common experience.
That is me. Oh my god. My parents, my father mostly, always forced me to watch Formula One. It was so boring. I really hate it. Even the MotoGP. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm not a fan of those races. Actually,
I used to watch MotoGP and Formula One.
Yeah, many MotoGP pilots were from the region of Emilia-Romagna and San Marino as well. That was a guy. I don't remember if he was like Italian or from San Marino that died in a tragic accident. Simoncelli. He was Italian from Rimini.
And it was really sad. Church. Like, you couldn't even talk.
Yes.
My dad would have killed me.
In this region we have Parma, which is famous for, of course, Parmesan cheese.
There's a huge biking culture, and the city of Ferrara is actually called City of Bicycle.
The two most famous rock stars here in Italy are both from Emilia-Romagna, Vasco Rossi and Luciano Ligabue. There's a stupid rivalry between the two.
Phantoms.
Yeah, I never liked either of those.
I personally like both of them. There's Mirabilandia, which is Italy's most famous amusement park.
But now the most famous city in the region, Bologna.
Bologna is home of the...
I've just been there like a couple of weeks ago.
The oldest university in Italy.
And that university and student culture is really, really present.
Bologna is also known for its portici, which is basically covered walkways that stretch throughout the whole city. And one of them, there's an old arrow that's stuck in the ceiling. Nobody really knows why. There's some like conspiracy theories that somebody just shot it on purpose. Who knows?
Whoa.
So this is us the following day.
What happened?
The part we shot for Puglia was for some reason all out of focus. So yeah, he's super tired.
I don't even know.
Puglia is the easternmost region of Italy. It's all slanted, it's in the south, and it's so east that it's far more east than Prague is, for example.
Oh,
did you know that?
I had no idea.
And the tip of Puglia is called Il Salento, and it has the best beaches in Italy, probably just after Sardinia. The motto of this part of the region is L'Usole Lumare Viento, which translates to the sun, the sea, the wind.
Alberobello is a particularly famous city because of its trulli, traditional dry stone huts with conical roofs.
Castel del Monte, it's really symmetrical, it looks real cool.
Most famous music artist from Puglia is probably Caparezza.
Yeah, he's a great, crazy guy.
He's the
blends
best.
Rap with metal. Negramaro is from Puglia.
Oh,
They're
I
pretty
didn't know
famous for
that.
white too.
And finally,
And
Veneto,
Albano.
capital
Albano
city,
too.
you know this one, Venice. Although the largest city is actually Verona, which, yes, that's the Verona that Romeo and Juliet came from in Shakespeare's play. Here they basically have their own language called Venetian. Apparently, the word ciao came from here. So Veneto is basically the water kingdom of Italy, aka the maritime Venetian Empire Empire, which took over so many of those islands in the Mediterranean. They were marine masters. Like even today, you can see Venetian ruins in places in like Albania and a lot of other parts of the Mediterranean, like Venetian, specifically Venetian architecture. It's so crazy. Like the whole city of Venice was like built on these wooden pilings that were shoved into the ground, and that's why they have the canals. It's like these people were they figured out how to build an entire city on a boggy, shallow marsh. Besides Venice, they also have a lot of cool things inland. They have the Verona Arena, the Dolomite foothills. Yeah, it's just they had a very maritime, mercantile culture historically, and even today they still do. It's just the home of the former Venetian Empire, Veneto. Okay, so that's it. With that, any last words you want to say, Federico and Luca?
Listen to his music.
Oh, is that all?
His Luke Rhodes. Yeah.
I'll be waiting for you.
Really great song.
Don't find me on Spotify though. Then let's keep it here.
And listen to my band too, Lo Stretto Indispensabile.
They're great.
We play Disney songs in rock versions, and yeah, it's fun. Thank you again for having me, Paul.
Thank you.
We'll leave you with a time lapse of us eating the best gelato I've eaten in a long time. Actually, it was delicious.
Lucky bastards. So there you go. That was the 20 regions of Italy, somewhat summarized. Obviously, I couldn't get everything because I don't want to make this video like 400 billion hours long. So like, if you're Italian or if you're from Italy, and if I forgot to mention something, please type it in the comments. Teach us, okay? Let us know some stuff, all right? In the meantime, I hope you liked this video. Hope you learned something. I sure did. Thank you so much, Federico, Luca, and Davide for being in this video. Really appreciate it. Also, huge thank you to Katia and Matteo.
I want to share just one tip for people who wants to pronounce correctly Italian. Most of the times the stress is in the first part of the words. You understand? Like Veneto is Veneto, like Davide is Davide, you should. It's just a quick tip if you want to be cool, like if you're talking to Italian people, you want to sound Italian. I mean, nothing wrong with mispronouncing, because I always mispronounce words in foreign languages. Just say that if you want to improve your Italian.
Matteo, you guys have done so much for me in the past for geography now. I really appreciate it. Just want to put you guys in the spotlight. Also, I want to give a huge thanks to your dumbass goat who keeps injuring herself. Last time I checked, she broke her neck and her leg, and she was still trying to like jump off a cliff because she was stupid. I don't know. That goat made my day. Anyway.
Yeah, she played way too much of the goat game. What is it called? Oh my god. Go 3 or whatever it's called.
Anyway, thank you, Geography peeps, for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're a new viewer, subscribe. And cheers. Stay cool. Stay tuned.
European countries that have worse finance than India. Oh, that's okay. Let's check out a little bit how this video was received by all the Italians. Okay, Italian did unify in 1815. Sorry, when the unification movement started. Okay, so here's A and B. There's a big rivalry between them. They take it very seriously. 1861, yeah. Okay, so basically everyone is saying about that. We do not joke about cultural differences, and most often with differences in region. Concept too far. Yeah, that's also true. Okay, I don't want to get too much into the comments. I want to hear if you're Italian, you have watched this video. First of all, ciao e grazie. Hello and thank you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're not from Italy, but you have visited Italy or you plan to visit Italy, please share some thoughts with me as well. I will be really curious to read your comment. Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy this video with me. Go and check out the Geography Now channel and subscribe if you haven't done so. Have a nice evening. See you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.